recent visit to Pakistan by Argentina's joint military chiefs of staff has raised speculation that a JF-17 fighter jet deal is imminent following more than a decade of interest by the South American nation. But despite China's willingness to help fund the acquisition program, it's unclear if any major progress has been made. Lieutenant General Juan Martín Paleo visited several military and government figures on June 14 to 15 in Islamabad, including Pakistan Air Force Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar Sidhu and Defense Production Minister Mohammad Israr Tareen. While Paleo is Argentina's senior military officer, he is not the main decision-maker in the selection of a new fighter jet. The role belongs to General Xavier Isaac, head of the Air Force. In May, a delegation of Air Force pilots and technicians evaluated the JF-17 in China. This includes a full technical evaluation, simulator use and flight evaluation. On a more recent trip to Pakistan, officials discussed collaboration in the production of defense materials during a visit to the Ministry of Defense Production. Neither the ministry, the Defense Export Promotion Organization nor the local Argentine embassy responded to requests for additional information. However, it is likely to have the FC-1, the export variant of the JF-17, assembled in the country, with parts and components supplied by China and Pakistan in addition to some locally produced. The country ultimately wants to be able to make major modifications to its own FC-1 aircraft, said military officers and government officials, who spoke on condition of anonymity because of job security concerns. André Serban-Pont, who heads the Argentina-based think tank CRIS and was previously an advisor at the country's Secretariat of Strategic Affairs, isn't convinced that Paleo's trip implies a deal for the JF-17 Thunder is imminent. Why choose JF-17? Since retiring its last Mirage in 2015, the Argentine Air Force has had no high-performance supersonic interceptors. Its current operational inventory includes at least 10 A-4 fighter bombers, equipped with armed ES-63 Pampa trainers. It is likely that Argentina is particularly considering the JF-17 Block 3 variant, which is currently in production for Pakistan, said Richard Fisher, a senior fellow at the US-based think tank International Assessment and Strategy Center. The Block 3 has an active electronically scanned array radar as well as advanced weaponry such as the PLACE-15 long-range air-to-air missile and supersonic anti-ship missile. As a result, Fisher said, the variant would become the most competitive against British F-35B and Typhoon fighters, and Western and Russian subsystems and components could easily be swapped for Chinese versions, potentially neutralizing the threat of sanctions. Argentina seems to be looking for the best capability for the lowest cost, he said, and this bodes well for the JF-17. The aircraft faced a Danish offer of a dozen XS F-16A, BMLU fighters. Based on statements made by several military and government officials of Argentina, there is interest in placing future interceptor jets at the Rio Grande in the province of Tierra del Fuego to defend the southern tip of the country. Other possibilities include Tandil in Buenos Aires province, Reconquista in Santa Fe province and Villa Reynolds in San Luis province. Asked whether the aircraft would meet operational requirements, Serban-Pont said the Air Force had no choice. So the JF-17, even with limitations compared to other 4th and 4th generation plus fighters on the market, will be an upgrade for Argentine Air Force, assembly and funding.